This is what I love about Americans. You are just so friendly, just so friendly. I mean,
guys, today is the day that I became an American citizen. Can you believe it? Oh my god.
What surprised me a lot, they are so friendly here. They have time to talk. It's nice, yes.
I've just left my apartment, yeah, and I'm going for a walk, and I'm getting people wave at me, which is crazy. Because in the UK, like if you go for a walk down the street, no one waves at you, but people just want to look you up and down. They want to fight. Here, people are waving at me, being so nice and polite. That actually blows my mind. See, people want to talk to me. People want to make noises at me.
Every one of them landed here with someone else's expectations in their head. They'd been told it's dangerous, that people are cold, that everyone's on their own. None of them planned on falling for this country. Then something very small happened. Not a flag, not a monument, not a skyline. A stranger turned around and said something, and after that, they couldn't stop talking about it. Take these two, for instance, from the very first minute.
this is what I love about Americans. You are just so friendly, just so friendly. I mean, I'm sure you can get your angry side, but you're just so friendly, always complimenting my hair. And yesterday I was at your Walmart. You've got self-checkout. I can just scan my own stuff and pay and get my own change. I can just do everything myself. But you are so friendly. I was there at Walmart yesterday and I didn't know which brand of a product to buy, and I asked someone.
Guys, today is the day that I became an American citizen. Can you believe it? Oh my god. When I literally tell you I'm trying not to get emotional right now, it's been 11 years. I literally just bawled my eyes out, by the way. So. Oh my god.
I think everyone could learn a thing or two from Americans. I was just walking in Soho and this guy came running around the corner and he was like, "Excuse me, you have great cheekbones. I hope you have a great day." And then just walked off. Like, not hitting on me, just was like, just need to let you know. And I found that a lot on this trip. Like, Americans are genuinely just so friendly.
Things I admire about America as an immigrant. They're so friendly and I can always ask for help and nobody laughs at me for my bad. Things that change about me when I immigrate to the US. Wearing pajamas to buy groceries in Kazakhstan, people would be horrified by again compliments in the US.
Friendly small talk. Okay, it's something I didn't expect to love in the US. It is completely normal for a random person to compliment your outfit.
In Russia, adults don't really go to arcades. But America brought my inner child back.
I've got to say something. America, I have to say this. I'm currently in Michigan in the Midwest. Midwestern people are some of the nicest people I've ever met. They're just waving at me. Everyone is so nice in the Midwest.
Wow. Eventually, you will no longer be at home. Not at all. You will feel at home in two different places.
The biggest culture shock in America isn't the food or the massive roads. It's the fact that total strangers here possesses a psychological superpower that most of the world completely lacks. I'm in Santa Barbara right now. In less than 20 minutes, 3 different people acknowledge my existence with a
go up to the counter, like, what do we do? Then the waiter comes to give out food. And she's like, by the way, guys, you don't have to pay for this because the family sitting over there, they pay for our meal.
Like saying, welcome to America.
Is that normal?
And we were so confused because we didn't even talk to them.
They didn't even say hi, like we say, like they just paid. I will die on this hill that Americans are literally
especially
the best
in Pensacola.
Notice what they're actually saying. None of them said, "Someone saved me." There was no emergency. It's not about the compliment. It's that for the first time, someone looked at them without judging. And then, one by one, something happened to each of them that they never forgot.
Without makeup or without dressing up fancy, you'll get the judgment look. But when I came to the US, it was so surprising to me that women wear sportwear and no makeup at all. Moreover, you will never get a judgment look here, and instead of this, you'll receive compliments.
One of the things I really love about Americans is how confident they are, and it seems to be something that's ingrained in Americans from a really young age. So when we moved to America last year,
none of these moments cost the person who gave them a single dollar, a single minute. But to understand why it hits this hard, you have to know what's waiting back home.
Been getting so many compliments today for my outfit. Honestly, I'm just so flattered. And I know I talked a lot before about how I've gotten so many compliments in the US in my 3 months back then of being in the US than I ever did when I was in the UK for 3 years. Today alone, I've received 5 compliments on this dress, and I think that's just representative of the whole US culture, and I think that's amazing, you know.
This has to be one of the things I love most about Americans. I actually don't know if this is an American thing or a Utah thing. I was just walking in my neighborhood when this little boy came and said, "Ma'am, your dress is really pretty." And I was like, "Thank you." I was like, "Yes, ma'am. Have a great day." People just compliment anyone for any reason. The other day I was at Walmart and I was in my PJs looking, you know, how you would go to Walmart. And even then, a girl came compliment my hair. Like, I love this about people here. They're so nice.
By this point, something had happened that none of them planned for. The country they came to for a while stopped being a foreign country. What's next is a moment one of them still remembers to this day. JFK Airport, her first minutes in America.
I think it's just great that people spread this friendliness and generally good vibes here. You know, it's not nice to live in a grumpy culture like mine. I'm from Russia, so people there don't really smile, don't really talk to strangers. People are more reserved. So I really enjoyed here. At the same time, people don't really care how you look. Nobody is going to judge you. If you're not wearing any makeup, if you are having a really bad hair day, nobody literally cares. I feel like people here are focused so much on themselves, on their personal growth, on the way they look, on the way they feel, that they're not really there to judge you. It's just everybody's minding their own business.
2 years, and let's talk about difference between older generation in the US and in Russia. In Russia, it's totally normal for older generation give you unsolicited comments about your appearance. If they don't like your hair color or consider your outfit too revealing, they will let you know. In the US, older people is much more nicer and open-minded. I've never seen someone who's older leave a bad comments to younger people.
In Russia, nobody looks, nobody says anything. It feels like you and your baby don't even exist here. Second thing, in the US, I never had problems going anywhere with a stroller. I could go in.
This is hands down the best thing about America, and that is how chatty the people are. Like wherever you go in America, people are always wanting to have a chat and speak to you about absolutely anything. Like it literally doesn't matter where you are. If you're on a bus, you're on a train.
I was told that it's basically impossible for me to be in America. I was studying in England at that time, and I asked my business school to place me in an internship in America so that I can work in the entertainment industry. And my school told me that because I'm a foreign student in England and I'm studying business, it is virtually impossible for me to achieve my dream and work in Hollywood. So I asked, what does it take for me to actually make it happen?
Now here's the part nobody puts in these videos. For almost every one of them, this ended. A visa, a program, a school year. All of it had a deadline. The plane took off in the other direction. And that's when you find out what all of this actually cost.
And he said, "First time in America? Immigrants?" And we all sort of shook our head, yes. And he extended his arms out and grabbed us in this big bear hug and said, "Welcome to America. This is what it's about."
Not one of these women came here for America. They came to study, to work, to see it for themselves. Something else caught them, a cashier who never rushed them, a stranger who told them they were enough, a porter who emptied his pockets for a family he'd never met. The Americans who did all this don't remember a single one of these moments. To them, it was just a Tuesday. These women still remember, and half of them aren't even here anymore.
Instagram pictures, he probably has daughters, teenagers. I am already at the airport and I just finished crying because you cannot imagine, like, I still do not realize that I left my host family, who became just actually like my second family. And I have no idea right now how I'm gonna survive without them in Russia. That's why I'm gonna eat a muffin right now. And sweet always makes you happy. And I guess this is the end of my American day, because right now it is 7 p.m. and my flight to London.
Long as possible, and you know by the title of this video what's going to happen. And I'm trying not to cry, but really, really hard.
Coming back home from an exchange year is definitely the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a person in my life. Like, I can't think of anything that has been harder for me to go through than this.
Well, hello TLA squad. So, oh my god, I messed it up, whatever. So, today I already cried, that's why, I'm trying not to do it again. But, today I had to say goodbye to my host family because I'm going. Okay, get it together, come on. I can do this. Okay, so today is, I am so happy, but at the same time, I'm super sad because I had the most beautiful family. I was so blessed and fortunate to know them.
Subscribe to Fresh Off the Plane, people seeing this country for the first time in their own words. Drop a comment, leave a like. I read every single one.